NetBeans comes with a Java DB database, one of the databases. So Java DB comes with the sample database. And sample database, the connection is provided here. So if I connect it, we can take a look at what is there. Under the tables, the sample database provides several tables. One of the table is a customer. If I select all records, the customer table has a field name, customer ID, discount code, and so on. So we are going to show how to read this customer table, which is at the sample database from JSF, something called resource injection. So here is the program. If I run program, extracts, retrieves all the customers with ID, name, and so on. So to make this program work, we need to configure some resource injections. Here is the welcome page. This page shows that using a data table tag in JSF, all the customers are retrieved from the database, and for each customer, the ID, name, phone, email, and credit limits are displayed. Here, Named Bean works for that. In this code, the Named Bean has at resource annotation through which you can inject a resource into Named Bean. The resource name is a JDBC/sample, and then using this annotation syntax, you can have the sample database injected into data source. Once the injection is done from this data source object, you can get connection object. Through the connection object, you can get prepare statement. Using the prepare statement, you can issue any SQL command. In this example, I do select SQL for customer ID and so on from table named customer. And as you execute, all the matching records comes into result set container. And then result set container, you can iterate over all elements there. And for each record, you retrieve customer ID, name, phone number, email, and so on. As you retrieve those information, you set into customer object. Customer object is the custom defined class to hold those attributes from the database table. So once a customer is created for one matching record, you store that into list, which is array list, and then finally array list object is returned, which is get customers method in this Java bin, so that in JSF customer attributes, which is get customers method, will be called, and then data table displays the returning values. To make this resource injection work, we need to configure those resources, but the NetBeans provides those resources configured already for us. So this example program simply uses that. So under servers, classfish server, under resources, we have a JDBC, and then resources and connection pools are provided. One of them is a sample, and another one is a sample pool here. So resource name JDBC/sample is all pre-configured, which uses a sample pool as connection pools. But to use this one, the NetBeans project should configure properly for those. First, in the NetBeans project, we need to say that the resource name will be referenced, which information is defined in web XML. In web XML, under resource ref section, you define the name by which you want to refer to some resource. Here jdbc/sample is the name which is used in customer bin. In customer bin we use that name. And this JDBC sample reference name is defined in detail in server resources folder. The file name is sun resources. In this XML file, the details of the resource is defined. First, the name consistently used, JDBC/sample, which is called the JNDI name, Java Naming and Directory Interface. And this resource uses a connection pool named the sample pool. And then connection pool is defined in detail in this tag. Sample pool is the name. And then the hosting server name is a localhost using port 1527. The database name in this server is a sample. And then to have access to that username is app and password is app. And all this together, you can have access to this database using this URL. So these are configured. Then resources are injected into this object. Then you can use this injected resource in your JSF programming.